I think so. Oh,
Okay.
loud. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we definitely live. What's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Delilah HD from Grown Women Gaming. This is our volume number 22. And
23. I'm sorry.
this is 23. I'm sorry. This is volume 23. My apologies. And so I guess we can go ahead and kick off intros. Go ahead, Lady Infamous.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, founder of Grown Women Gaming, first lady of intermediategaming.com, and welcome to our podcast on this lovely Saturday morning in San Francisco, California. Just sit back, relax, have your coffee or your breakfast, and enjoy the show. Welcome.
All right, go ahead, El Boogie.
Good morning, everyone. It's L Boogie, 0208, coming to you live from LA. But hope everyone's having a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm ready to get into these topics.
Absolutely. And of course, I'm your host. Like I said, I'm Delilah underscore HD on Twitter. So let's just get into it. What have you guys been playing this week?
I'll start off first. Far Cry 5, I've been playing a little bit of. I just finished beating John Cena's region, so that's awesome.
Mm.
It was a tough boss battle, I would say. Um, Also, I played a sprinkle of Terra because it was free. I had to check it out. Rainbow Six Siege and Call of Duty. You know, I always play Call of Duty at least once a week.
Which one did you play this week?
I played Black Ops 2, and it was core, and I didn't like it, but it was good.
All right, Boogie, what you playing?
uh, Also been playing Far Cry 5. I also beat John C's area this week. Um, and then lots and lots of Sea of Thieves. It's highly addictive for me.
Yeah.
I know some people don't like it, but I'm really enjoying Sea of Thieves.
What's
And
your current ranking on there? Your
so
market rank?
I'm going from gold hoarders. I'm 22
Oh
gold
wow.
hoarders, and for souls, or it might be 23 for souls, and then I'm 18 for uh, what's the last one? The
The
merchant
merchant,
one.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and I try to do merchant missions with my little one because now she's getting into it. She really wants to play, and it's hard for her to play.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that's what I've been playing, mainly that, and then of course we played Monster Hunter World, which was nice to get into last night. It
Get
was
back into.
refreshing.
Yep. Absolutely. That's exactly what I've been playing. I've also been playing a little bit of the Far Cry 5. I'm still pretty early in that game. I'm still working on John C's
So much
area.
stuff.
It is. It's a lot to do in that game. I get lost just doing random crap.
Oh
But
yeah,
I started playing Hellblade a little bit. I kind of got stuck on
yeah.
one of the puzzles, so I'm probably gonna be jumping on Google later on to kind of figure out how to get past this puzzle. Um, and of course, last night for our Growing Women game night, we did Monster Hunter World, and that was a lot of fun to kind of jump back into.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you guys ever want to see video on what we played last night, just check out our streams. We all stream. You can find me on Mixer at Mixer Delilah. You can find El Boogie on El Boogie 0208 on Mixer, and also you can find Lady Infamous on Twitch. And all this information will be in the description box. So check it out during the show. All right, so let's just get into these news topics. All right, and so as you guys know, Radical Heights, the game made by Boss Key, which is created by Cliff Blazinski, Cliffy B,
Mhm.
revealed the game this week. And I just want to know if you guys have. It's a free game. It's a battle royale type game. I just want to know if you
Better be
guys checked it
free.
out, or I wonder if you guys checked it out, or have any intentions on playing the game, and just want to get your initial thoughts. And just feel free to chime
I'll go
in.
ahead and go first.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh my god. Hot steaming pile of poop.
Oh, wow, really? That's what's hot
Like,
out here in the streets?
yeah, man. It looked like Fortnite, but worse, more cheesy. Like it definitely looked like Grand Theft Auto 3 graphics, which I don't know why. Like, I know he's trying to do like the 80s theme
Yeah.
or whatever, But yeah, it just doesn't look good. And
Well,
at this point, stop putting your name on shit.
yeah, he's trying to jump on this battle royale bandwagon right now. So
Right.
I mean, for me, just to kind of chime in, like the game, it looked like as if you took Fortnite, took out the building mechanic, and
Mm-hmm.
tried to make it standard third person shooter style, and then added a bunch of cheesy '80s
Yep.
based content around it. Like even when you win in that game or get your quote unquote chicken dinner in that game, like it plays "You're the Best," that old '80s song. You're the best
Mm-hmm.
around. I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious, but I mean, do you think people are kind of like just to put an example out there, like Rainbow Six Siege? Do you think people are later on gonna try to jump on this game, or do you think it's just kind of too little, too late?
I don't know. Cliffy B, when he did all the stuff with lawbreakers, that left a bitter taste in people's mouths.
Yes.
And how you gonna approach this game now? Is it gonna be multi-plat? Is it gonna be exclusively for PlayStation or Xbox? Or I gotta see what his marketing strategy is gonna be for this game. Because now, I mean, you don't talk mess about your game and where it's only exclusive to, and expect for everybody to jump on your game, on your next game after what you did last game. So I have to see, like, I got to see a demo. It better have a demo so I can be able to check it out
Well,
personally.
it's already free. Like you can actually
Right.
they announced it. They pulled out the trailer, and then the next day they released the game. So you technically can I think it's on Steam. Like you can jump on Steam. I think download it now, play the game, check it out for yourself. If especially like if you're a PC player. I don't know if it's been released for consoles or anything like that. I didn't dig that deep into it because when I saw it, it wouldn't even appeal to
Yeah.
me.
Right.
So it's just like I just kind of pretended that game didn't even get announced or released. Like that's just my thought on it. It didn't capture my attention at all. The only thing I was digging was the music because I'm an '80s baby.
Right.
Yeah, that music was that. I ain't gonna front. That was like maybe the only good part of the game was the music. Because I'm like, this game is trash.
Yes,
It looks trash. But you know what? This heavy metal, the heavy metal rock music was
from
on
the
point.
'80s. Yes, it was on point. So
It was on point.
I was
Yes.
digging that, but yeah, everything about it just looked like the mechanics were just very, very basic, and then they're trying to threw it out there. They're trying to just jump on the battle royale bandwagon before it's gone, right? Because everybody's putting out these battle royale games,
And at this point, I feel bad for him, like, to be honest, because it's like, how far ye have fallen.
right. I mean, did you see his tweet? Later on.
No, I didn't. What did it say?
Talking about Epic Games stealing people from Boss Key. He's like, Epic Games, stop taking our people. We're working on the Radical Heights. So, pretty much saying don't take our people.
But at the same time, what are you doing to keep those people there?
Yeah. It was only one person.
What are you doing to incentivize the people to stay with you?
Right.
Are you behaving the same way you behave on Twitter with your employees? Because if you do, then I'm sure they're all trying to jump ship.
Right. Yeah, and so in the tweet that Infamous is talking about is that they showed on Lawbreakers that it literally had one player on Lawbreakers.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like,
and I saw you say, "Is that Cliffy? Is that Cliffy?
Is that you?
That's just him."
Right. Because it's
he log in every day to keep that one.
I mean, that could be a bot. We don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Yeah,
because typically they have bots that check and stuff like that. So that could be just nobody, right? But I think it's unfortunate because I'm always down for new games. I'm
right.
That you guys know me. Like I appreciate the art of a game. You know what I mean? So
I have a question. I have a question for you guys. So is there space for more than one battle royale game, or more than two? Because I feel like with the two we have, you're almost like, I don't really need any more. So what do you guys think? Do you think that there really is space for like all these battle royale games?
Yeah, there's space, but they're not going to survive though. They can't compete with Fortnite and PUBG.
Well then you're saying no.
No, right. That translates to no.
But it won't stop people from making them though.
Right. I don't think it'll stop people from making them at all, but I don't think that there's space in the market.
See, I look at the. I mean, I like the analogy because I look at it like the phone industry, right? You really
Mm-hmm.
got Android and you got iPhone,
Right.
so it's really hardly any room.
Right.
They're so
Like,
saturated.
do you still hear about Nokia?
Right,
No.
Nokia, Windows Phone.
Hey, I
Yeah.
missed that blue ice ringtone though. I'm sorry. When I had the Nokia phone, that blue ice ringtone, I made a song. It was awesome, but no, nobody talks about Nokia anymore.
Yeah.
Right, right, and see, I was a fan of Windows Phone, so I
Yeah.
would love for it to kind of make a huge stand and try to be something, because I
Yeah.
think it's always good to have that extra level of competition in the market. But in regards to battle
Mm-hmm.
royale, I think battle royale is slowly starting to make people put a bad taste in people's mouths because everybody's trying to do it like right now. Because then you got rumors of Halo having a battle royale mode, Call of Duty having a battle royale mode, and so it's like it's starting to really feel super saturated. And it's kind of like that whole I would say like a year and a half ago when people were talking about free to play. Everybody was tired of free to play, that kind of deal. And so people would change their stance on it and charge like $20 for the game, or I think it's the same deal when it comes to these battle royale games. Um, so yeah. And speaking of like PUBG, you guys, I know pretty sure you heard that they have their Xbox One update being released. You guys got any extra details on the PUBG update?
I mean, most of what I've seen is that it's mainly mechanical fixes. Like, I know that that one map, this desert map, is supposed to be coming to us sometime soon. But I'm actually not really looking forward to that map because everything that I've heard about that map has been that it's way too open, So it's
Yeah.
just basically a sniper fest,
Oh
which
wow.
I
So
hate.
wait, so is it bigger than the initial map that they have?
No, I believe it's the same size. It's just a desert map, so most of what you have to hide is on the edges. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So it's pretty. So you're saying it's pretty much just empty.
Yeah,
See,
Yeah, you
I would
can't.
like for them to
like
condense
they
the
have
map a little
different.
bit.
Yeah, like that is the one thing that I do like about Fortnite is that there's lots of little spaces, lots of little cities, lots of little towns for you to go into.
Right.
Um, there's lots of aspects that I do like about Fortnite, but I don't like the cheesiness of it. Like if they were able to merge Fortnite and PUBG, dude, be the game to beat because you like the realisticness of PUBG
Yeah.
with some of the mechanics or some of the that Fortnite has like weekly challenges,
Yeah.
Hmm.
weekly updates, weekly challenges, all this different type of stuff for you to do. So it keeps you like engaged with the game. Like I went and played PUBG this week, and it's still the same PUBG. It's still fun, but they need to start like doing extra stuff to keep you engaged with the game, keep you like excited, wanting to play the game.
Right. Like you guys know me. Like my first person shooter is like it don't really only extend to like the big AAA ones like the Halos and the Far Cries and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like I very rarely go beyond that. So for me, PUBG, it's a third person shooter. It's just like I would have to have a really good crew. I don't like playing those type of games by myself, so I would have to have like a really good crew to even, you know, play that game
Let's
extensively.
go. Let's go,
You know what I'm
Delilah.
saying?
Let's go.
I'm just saying that's just how I am. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for more updates. I agree with you. Weekly content would be very helpful for PUBG, especially if the competition is doing that. They
Hmm.
definitely need to step their game up because I mean that's the thing about healthy competition. And I was making this statement. It kind of got overshadowed last night on GRG, but I was making the same statement that you should never want another platform or entity to go out of business because that
Right.
affects competition and it prevents the other company from pushing hard,
Yeah, it stifles
or
growth.
exactly. Um, so yeah, they need to do something because if they're gonna capture my attention again, then I'm gonna need to see something extra. And
And
I
it
feel
could be something small. I'm sorry to cut you
go ahead,
off
go ahead,
there. It
go
could
ahead.
be something small because, like, when I played Fortnite with my little cousins, because all the kids are playing Fortnite,
Hmm.
so I went out ahead and played with them. Like one of the new things for you to do is just to land on these bullseyes in different areas of the map.
Oh wow,
So, like, it's something small like that. that keeps you like, ooh, now I have to land here. Ooh, I have to try to land here. And
Right.
it's something different than you would do than going to your normal spot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. They need to do something more. I
Yeah.
mean, shoot, and I think not only was PUBG the one announcing that they had updates coming. I think Sea of Thieves also announced that they had content
Oh
coming to
yeah.
that
Yeah, we're
game.
gonna we're gonna talk about that. I've been trying to like keep it. I've been trying to not connect the dots.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Lady mentioned that the building and what is it? Fortnite is what she doesn't like.
Because
Yeah.
if you bust your ass trying to get to like top three, right, and
Hmm.
your building mechanics are not on par, you're gonna lose. Because you got people who
Yeah.
are expert builders that will build a building over you just to go behind you and then
Yep.
shoot you. Versus PUBG, I'm focusing on just getting my loot, getting my guns, and then not worrying about my my opponents. I don't have
Right.
to worry about somebody behind me, building behind me, trying to kill me. I feel like if you lose in PUBG, it's a mistake that you made, that you
Right.
really made. With
Right.
Yeah.
PUBG, it could have been like it's on some fluke stuff because
You mean
Yeah.
Fortnite?
yeah, on Fortnite on some fluke stuff because you could
Yeah.
you could be like if your building mechanics is not up to par, you will have a big disadvantage in that game.
Mhm.
Yeah. I literally have somebody that I was chasing, and he just kept building brick walls behind him,
Mhm.
so I kept having to stop, and then he was able to go around and shoot me. So it's like, yeah, I do get that. Like
Yeah, that build,
that
and
can
I
be
heard on
frustrating.
PC that like you can build and shoot like at the same
Yeah.
time.
I
Right.
can't do that,
So it's
man.
already a disadvantage.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
console players, and they trying to put us all in the same pot.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother topic in regards to like is crossplay effective, right? Like, is it
Right.
truly effective for gamers? Because I mean, I know a couple episodes ago we talked about the hacking and Sea of Thieves, and so it's a lot of things that has like disadvantage to crossplay. Um, so I mean, I think it needs to be cleaned up there, and the whole shooting and building at the same time for Fortnite. Yeah, that's definitely a huge problem.
But hey, the kids like it though.
Yeah, the kids are loving it. I think I blame
Yeah.
Drake and all the all the other publicity that
Nah,
he
it
got.
was free because it's free.
Yeah,
Like it's free. I don't even know. You can't even say nothing else. Even with and they can earn all those other packs and shit.
right,
So, for little kids who literally are in the house Friday to Sunday, not doing shit else but playing that damn game,
right.
they're able to get whatever the hell they want. You don't even have to
Mhm.
pay for anything.
That's true. So, do you think this is translating to revenue for them in regards to like microtransactions?
Yeah,
Like,
because
because
stupid people like me go ahead and buy the season 3 pass and crap like that.
Really?
Yeah, just for like the one day I was playing with him, like I bought it just so I could have all the outfits because I was like,
wow,
Really?
I
yeah. And
got you.
then one of my little snot nosed cousin's friends talking about, oh, look at her, she got the basic stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna come do
Oh,
this thing and fucking choke your little kid ass.
oh
I'm sorry.
wow. It's okay. It's okay. It's
But yeah,
okay.
y'all know how some of the kids can be on
Yeah,
here. Like
kids
you
out
like,
there,
oh
yeah,
my
they
god,
serious.
where's
They
your
serious.
mom?
Right. They're taking over that Fortnite, but they can have it. They can have it because
Yeah,
I've
they
moved.
can.
I've kind of moved on to like more mature titles and things like that. And we'll get into those. All right. So I know you guys heard that Chris, what's his name? The Xbox Fan Fest guy.
Hmm.
I
He's
got
going.
the info
I
in my
know.
hand.
Me too. I'm nervous because you guys know that's like that's my golden ticket, so to speak.
Right,
I definitely wanna go to E3 this year. It's something I always look forward to, but like people who have listened to the show, they already know that my husband and I we had a disagreement on this, and so it's gonna be a stretch for me to even go. But I definitely want to go, and
right,
so I'm trying to make sure that all my ducks are in a row and that I have more of an incentive to be there this year, because I just with the state of where Xbox is right now, it's just like that being my primary platform. Of course, I own all consoles, but it's just one of those things to where that's my preferred platform. And so I would like to kind of see what else they do. And it's just I have to have more to justify that trip because I'm flying from Atlanta, and so
right.
it's always super expensive for me to go. And
Well, I think you'll know here in the next week,
I really hope so.
because and I appreciate that they did go back and they're not making it a mad dash, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
for an hour because that is unfair. Everyone across the world has different internet speeds, so of course, if you have the fastest internet, you have a better chance. And
I
depending on how close you are to the ping, basically,
mhm.
also greatens your chance. So I do like that it'll be 24 hours for everyone to put their name in the pot, and then they're going to pull names from it. Um, and you are allowed to sign up for both the fan fest and the just the presser. But obviously, if you get in the fan fest, you do still get into the presser because some people were asking that as well.
Right. So from my understanding, because I talked to Chris about this, like, so
Mm-hmm.
they're initially doing like 200, and those 200 each actually get a plus one, and so that's where they get
Yes,
the 400 from, and then
right.
they have 1,000 tickets that they're giving away for the press conference for fans. Um, so yeah, they're still doing the normal like media, bringing in media, and they still doing all that normal stuff, but they actually reserving 1,000 tickets for fans, and I think that's dope too. And if I don't get a fan fest ticket, I definitely be excited to
If
attend
you
the
just
press
got the
conference.
presser, would you still
Ugh,
come?
man,
She want that lucky 400.
I want that lucky 400. I do.
And I'm
Yeah,
not even
I
I'm
playing.
mean,
telling you,
I want that
we
too.
I'm
was
campaigning for that
hashtag
plus one.
hashtag plus one.
Hashtag plus one. I'm campaigning for that plus one hard. So if anybody get a fan fest ticket, keep Delilah underscore
Right,
HD on Twitter in your DMs or on your follows because I'm looking for that ticket.
right.
I'll buy you dinner, bruh or sister. I will,
Yeah,
whatever you
Like, I
want,
got you.
girl or
Got you.
sir.
Trust me.
I
Trust
will
me.
buy
I
it
we'll
got
for
have you
you.
doing
you.
something a
Oh,
little
and ask
strange, flip up the
anybody. I'm
chain.
good for it. Okay. I'm good for it. Ask anybody. I'm good for it. Okay.
Delilah is good for it.
I'm just saying. Hashtag plus one. But oh man. But yes, I'm excited for it regardless. E3 is always a great time. It was great to meet you ladies last year. And so
Oh
we had
yeah.
a
We had a
fantastic time.
blast. Yes,
Yes,
we
it was
did.
great.
And
Not
that's why
only
I really wanted them to keep the camp out thing because most of my friends who are gamers I met at E3 sitting and waiting in the mall overnight to camp out for these tickets.
Yeah.
So like South I met there, the Xbox junkie I met there, um, who else? I met Phil there. I met so many people there, like just everybody. I mean, you guys later on through that, but that first night, I went by myself. I didn't know anyone there, and Junkie was just like, "Hey," and brought me in. I met Doc there. Everybody. So yeah, I mean that's really what you want is you want that camaraderie. You want to stimulate that. So
Right.
hopefully they'll still have something.
Yeah, I couldn't agree
Let's
more. It was interesting last year, just to be honest with you, because like that was my real like that was my first actual like fan fest experience. Like I was able to um enjoy some of the festivities the year prior before that, but it was definitely on a completely different level, right?
mm-hmm,
Because I wasn't an official fan fest person the year prior. But man, I mean, they do everything. You talking about like
mm-hmm.
as far as providing food, swag. I mean, they really go all out for the fans, and I think that's fantastic. And I really hope, even if I don't get a fan fest ticket, congratulations to anybody who else get one because the experience is top
Mm-hmm.
notch. They pull out all the stops, and you will really feel like you straight VIP to everything. That's how you would feel as a fan fest um,
And
member.
hopefully everyone that gets in actually shows up because that was a problem last year that
Oh
lots of people
wow, people
signed
were
up for tickets
and did not
and
show
they could
up.
not afford to get there.
yeah
So
could afford
please
the
do not
parking.
sign up if you
Right.
cannot afford the plane ticket.
Yeah, because I think like average cost and just from the years, I mean, this would be if I go this year, this would be my seventh E3. So like average cost for me every time, because since I'm flying from Atlanta, hotel costs and stuff like that, it's easy like from a grand, and the max I've paid has been like 2,500. So a grand to 2,500 every time every year. So it's expensive, and
Yeah,
I try to tell people that like
right.
Don't be hogging up the fan fest slots, and you can't afford to fly
Right.
out there and get
Yeah,
a room. And
because when I went to E3 last year and I was speaking to some people on Xbox and I was telling them about the situation about the tickets, right? They was like, oh my God, we had people that did not even show up to pick up their ticket. And
it's
you
like,
could have
well,
took that
should I
ticket.
just show up and hope to get in?
Right.
Then? I mean, seriously, because
And then they should have a program for like if people don't show up, hey, let's send out a tweet and tell people, you're not going to get the customized crap that we already have for the people, who signed up, but we got some tickets for you to come enjoy the experience,
right, right, yeah, because I
So,
mean, yeah, I mean, I can talk about. I know Boogie and I can definitely talk about all the things that happened during Fan Fest. I mean, they had like things on different days, and it was pretty cool. I got to meet Mama Sita when we was out there.
yep.
Who else? How was her? What's other lady name?
You talking about Miss Tech Not Fancy?
Miss Tech Not Fancy. That girl has had me rolling the whole time. She's super hilarious. But yeah, it was great to kind of chop it up with them too. So yeah.
I can't wait. I don't. Did anybody know the actual day next week or just next week?
Nobody knows. I mean, it's one of those. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely got to be this week because when I look at the history of, like, I found my old emails and stuff like that. It was actually within this week, like the second to last week in April. So we'll see. Because I'm on standby, man. I'm waiting. I have to. It's like I have to see what happens. But yeah, it should be this week. Should be this week, and I say next week at the latest. But I'm
Right.
thinking it's gonna be this week. Tuesday. I'm thinking Tuesday. That's me pure speculation, people. Pure speculation.
Right.
All right. So
And I don't know if anybody else knew too that the $45 is only if you get in the fan fest. So if you get into the presser, you don't have to pay $45, which I think they should have made it more expensive. But because the whole point is to deter people, right?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think. Well, I don't know. I guess
try
they
to-
want to you're serious. Yeah.
Right,
Good point, yeah,
right.
good point.
So I think they should have made it a little bit higher.
It's per person. So like if you get a +1, that means you pay out 90.
Right. And I understand that both that the money will be going to some sort of charity, which hasn't been determined yet. Which is cool. I fully support stuff like that. But yeah. You won't have to pay if you just get into the presser.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
As your +1, I will have an Uber driver that personally pick you up from your location.
Claiming it.
Is your +1? That's I like
right.
that. I like
that. Yeah, I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
And you will have dinner of whatever you like within the budget of $100.
is that all throughout Fan Fest, or is that just first night? First night.
That day we're going.
Oh, okay.
I'm on later.
I don't know. I think I need dinner every night now. To be clear, I have no idea if I'm going.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why people like assume that we like have, already know. But yeah, I'm in the same boat as everyone else, putting my name in the hat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's at the same time, that's the beauty of it. I mean, I like that it's random this year. I think this is the only fairest way they could do it. Like to be
right. Yeah.
They couldn't do like a time slot, like you said. People have different time zones. They couldn't just say, "Oh, the first such and such, first come, first serve." That's just not fair because people work, and can't just be on Twitter watching this thing unfold. So, this is the only fair way to do it, and I think it's gonna work out and pay dividends for them. I just hope that everybody that show up is like, pretty legit. Because I remember when we went, we had so many different types of people there that people weren't even Xbox fans,
right?
Like, and selling their swag and.
Yeah,
it's just you could tell they weren't invested in the brand or even played Xbox. I'm just like, I don't even own an Xbox. Like,
oh yeah, like people were there without gamer tags. Like, what's going on here?
Right. So I don't know. We'll see, right? Like I said, I hope this pay dividends for them because they even in the sign up you have to have a gamer tag to even sign up. So I guess they're like, look, if you don't have a gamer tag, you can't. At least we know that you kind of signed up before you got the ticket,
Right.
But
Like, don't have no create a gamer tag now page. That's
right.
bull. They're not fans because there were
Exactly.
so many people trying to, like, as soon as we were getting stuff, people were taking pictures and putting it on fucking eBay and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's
It was
so
sad.
disrespectful.
It was sad, man. It was real sad to see that because I'm like, man, come on, me personally, I still got all my FanFest swag. Like, I still got my bag. I keep this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's mementos for me.
Yep.
'Cause I know that
I use my bag for work, and it's gone now. I
Yeah.
mean, I wore it toward that bag up, but like all the other stuff, I still got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like mementos for me. Like I said,
Right.
it's just one of those things to where like I keep a lot of things that I got from E3 because I'm hugely invested in the industry. Like I absolutely appreciate
Right.
the industry, and it has changed my life over time. So, it's just a big deal for me.
Hmm.
Um, so
We
I
will,
mean,
we'll
El
have our
Boogie, you
fingers
want to go?
crossed. We'll have our fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, yeah. So El Boogie, you want to go ahead and jump into these Sea of Thieves details?
Yes.
I know you're excited about it.
All right. So I don't know if anyone was privy to the little announcement that they made. Um, so basically, they outlined their next 3 updates, which their next 3 big updates are just till the summer, and they plan on doing more updates after that, which is super exciting. So we have 3 new like big DLC type changes. The first one will be coming, I believe, in May, they said.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 will be probably like right after
Summer.
E3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of them come with new AI for us to fight, like the Kraken. There's going to be weekly updates as well as weekly challenges. And this game, like all the content that everyone said is not there, is coming for free. So that's why you pay $60 because everything else is free, which you have to decide. What are you going to be upset because the game is $60, but you get all free content from here out? Or would you have rather had them charge you $20-$30 for the game and charge you for all these updates? Like you would have been bitching about that too.
Yeah, I would have been,
right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so now you're gonna nickel and dime me every time, right? Like, so it's like you can't win for losing. But
yeah,
I'm
Game
super
Pass,
excited.
though.
This
Game
is
Pass
definitely
still good. Right?
Yeah, Game Pass. Yeah, you're definitely still good with the Game Pass, and this is definitely what we wanted for Destiny. This is how we wanted Destiny to be. Is that we getting weekly challenges, weekly updates, several DLCs within a 6-month span, not one big hunk that you can complete in 4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that sounds personal right there. That sounds real personal.
Yeah, you already know. You already know there'd be some extra hate in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
the
I'm
hate
super
is real.
excited. I'm super excited. And anybody, if you don't like Sea of Thieves, don't play Sea of Thieves. I will play it for you. Don't worry about it. All right. And if you don't like what I like, guess what? It's cool. We don't have to like the same thing.
Right. Right. That's the beauty of it. Not every game is for everybody. You know what
Right.
I mean? So I don't
like chitlins. Some people do.
I love chitlins.
Girl, no.
There you
Girl,
go.
no. Girl, no.
Yes.
No.
Don't they clean right? And some hot sauce, man. Some
Right.
rice.
All right.
And
There you go.
You better make sure you know how to clean them.
I'm country, dude. Come on now. I will kill with some chitlins.
There you go.
I agree with El Boogie as well. The updates are great. And if you're a season pass holder, a Game Pass holder, that's even better for you. So I don't it's a lot of updates and they're backing up what they're saying. So you have to give them credit for that. So they could have did it dirty like some other companies who want to add microtransactions, then remove them, then add them, then adjust them.
Right.
Or and basically nickel and diamond. Destiny is not. It has more of a bigger fan base and a more bigger budget than Sea of Thieves, but not giving us the consumers the content that we want from Destiny 2. So for Rare to do something like this with Sea of Thieves, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, I think they heard what people wanted before. And apply that to their game. So I think that's what we probably should have already been expecting after being in the alpha and stuff is that, we're going to keep getting these adjustments, these advancements to the game to make it better and better,
Right. I mean, I like their strategy too. They're doing like you said, 3 chunks and then weekly updates in between, and I think that's a smart move. But only thing I do worry about is the fact that their first update is in May, and that can possibly clash with State of Decay 2, because State of Decay 2 also releases in May. And so I don't. I mean, to me, I feel like marketing wise, you know how Microsoft is. They struggle sometime in that area. So I mean, I'm a little bit low key concerned with the marketing of State of Decay 2. Do you think the Sea of Thieves May content could overshadow that?
Um, I think that everyone's always wanting something new. Like lady likes to call me Miss Nunu. Um,
Yeah,
People like to
she
see
is.
new stuff, and even though there's going to be new content, I think people will still they'll be able to play both.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see. Because, like I said, from me, it's just more of a on a marketing type deal. Like, I don't know, because they just seem like they just pick one and then they put all the money behind that. They've been marketing the Sea of Thieves like crazy already, and then so you got this new title, State of Decay, and only information I've seen on State of Decay 2 has been from like IGN and what they're doing with IGN first. Except for I think ladies going to this event, right?
Uh-huh.
For State of
I'm going to do exclusive viewing of it's like a little let me get the email so I can be correct on what it was. It's um it's an event in San
First Look,
Francisco.
like that.
First, yeah, exclusive first look of State of Decay 2 on Tuesday.
Mhm.
So I that will determine if it's really going to overshadow the Sea of Thieves update in May.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm excited for the State of Decay. To be honest with you, I can't wait to get my friends out there
I know,
surviving
right?
in these zombie streets.
4 player
And
co-op.
4-player co-op,
co-op,
That's
right?
awesome. That's gonna be game night game. You already know. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
4-player co-op, and there's permadeath. I,
yeah. I'm not excited about that. I've had that happen in the
Hey,
first one.
hey. I think because you just pick someone else in the
Right, but that means you got to keep everybody got to be squared away all the time.
that's true. That's true.
so
Yeah,
I'm
I'm so excited. I think those type of games, with the whole they could be a streamer's dream.
Right.
But,
And I think
especially
that
with
they
Mixer
know
got
that
their whole
Xbox
feature.
is more community and oriented than PlayStation, to be honest. I mean, most people on PlayStation do not play with each other. I mean, it's just a fact.
I thought that was like slowly changing though. Like,
Yeah, it probably is.
that because they got some of the same capabilities as far as like I mean this is mad old, so like voice chat, etc.
Right.
um they have some of the same capabilities, but yeah, Xbox is known for the community based titles, so State of Decay is gonna fit in there pretty nicely with the four player co-op. I'm looking forward to the game. I hope it doesn't get overshadowed by the new Sea of Thieves content, but at the same time, I'm gonna definitely check out that new content because that's what everybody's been crying about since the game released 3 weeks ago. It's like, okay, we done played all of this and it's you know repetitive for me, et cetera, et cetera. So where's the new content? And so I think it's fantastic that Rare came out right away and it's like, look, we got a plan for this. We all this is what the intention is. We're gonna go ahead because I know they're stopping one set of content just to bring this out faster.
Right. Oh, did you see that they said they're going to bring out a new ship too, which
Yeah, I
I
heard that new
love.
ship type. Yeah,
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 because I feel like 3 men should be able to be on a sloop or a smaller type boat. Because when you have a 3 man to be on a galleon, you're like at a disadvantage.
yeah. I think four players on a galleon is still hard to manage sometimes. I mean, I think for a galleon you need at least 6 to 8 people because it just seems like so much to do. If you're sinking and you got a barrel of water and then somebody's probably on the island and then
I think you
two
just
people
need
left
to
on the
be with
boat.
a good crew, is what it sounds
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Because like when it's usually when I play, it's me, Prophecy, Dahmer, and someone else.
Hmm.
And Dahmer is basically the navigator. I drive. And Dahmer is also really good at going and patching up the boat. As soon as we get hit, he's on it. So you need somebody that does that, who's on it.
With a good
You
crew. I
know?
guess I need to step up my crew game then.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I know you guys are too. Um,
Yeah, I am.
so I know in our intro, some of us talked about the games that we played, and one that we mentioned was Hellblade because it released this past week, and just wanted to mention that they're doing a charity donation for the first 50,000 copies that are sold on Xbox One. I just want to know. I know Infamous streamed the game. I've been playing a little bit of it. Like I said, I got stuck. So
You got stuck?
I'm stuck, man. That the part when you're in Hellblade where you get to the burning forest or whatever.
I ain't even there yet. Sorry.
Shoot. Well, no. That's pretty early in the game. You actually, I think you actually passed this part. But and you have to like line up the markings to the thing scenery or whatever. I can't find one of them. Like I've been struggling to find it. So I'm gonna probably it's about 45 minutes into the game, 40 to 45 minutes into the game. So I'm gonna
Okay.
try to
Yeah.
find a
Oh.
walkthrough to help me out. But I know you played longer than that because I jumped in. I saw the time. I think you played a little bit longer than that. I don't know.
Hellblade. I like, as you guys know, I said I wasn't even gonna pay for this game.
Right, right.
Someone was nice enough to give me the game, so it was only fair to try it out at least. The narration in the game it's great. I love it. You can hear different perspectives of this girl's psyche just combating with you, and anybody who dealt with some hardships in their life or going through mental illness can understand how she feels.
Mm-hmm.
I was when before I played the game, I saw puzzles and I was like, no, I don't want these puzzles. But the puzzles are not that bad. I mean, and if you get stuck long enough, they'll whisper in your ear like hints of what you need to do. And one of the things that I had trouble with, which is challenging but not a negative, I would say, was the combat mechanics. I was getting my ass whooped. If it was real permadeath in that game, I would have been starting over plenty of times. It's similar. They say it's similar to God of War early stuff. So I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to get back on it. But the charity though, I don't know what the numbers is today.
Yeah, and the last I checked, they weren't that close to me.
There wasn't even halfway.
Right.
And
that was the first day, so they haven't updated it since. But I think it'd be sad if Xbox gamers do not check out this game because all the hoopla. Of course, we heard
right.
the hoopla surrounding this game when it was a PlayStation 4 and PC only title. Like we heard all the hoopla. Why is it on Xbox? Why is it on Xbox? Well, now it is, and you put your money where your mouth is. Like support the game if you choose so.
I actually just got gifted it yesterday, so I got to check it out.
Oh,
you guys always getting the gifts, man. I gotta put my hat in that little box y'all got y'all hat in.
It's because you're married.
Maybe.
Yeah. Keep it real. Let's keep it real, Boogie. She's married. Ain't nobody gonna give her nothing.
Right. They don't want no rafts.
They don't want no problems.
Right.
Oh, man.
But with these, I don't want to hear if it's for charity. So at least we should get the 25,000. At least. At least. I would love it to go to 50. But realistically, how that number was looking, I want them to hit that 25 so they can hit up the charity.
Yeah.
Because it's for charity. And if we don't succeed that goal, that lets people know, hey, people from Xbox really don't care about no serious linear single player games. Right. And that's not the case because the people do want it, but when you see these numbers, you like, oh, so why y'all was talking all that shit, but y'all not backing it up?
Right, exactly. Yeah, and the game, it won a ton of awards. Like recently, just announced the BAFTA awards. They won like 5 different ones, like for art, for the sound design. That sound design is eerie. They did a really good job with that. I mean, I really feel like they right on my ear and like behind my head when they whispering in your ear and stuff like that. It's super crazy.
You gotta play at night with the lights off.
You know I'm chicken though, right? You know I'm scary.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't even like scary games like
I
that,
can
man.
only take like little it in bursts. Like I can, I can't take it constantly, stuff like that. Like I can't even get through Resident Evil. So
Yeah, I ain't playing that.
Resident Evil, which one?
Resident Evil 7. I can't do the scary games. Come on, you ladies already know that I do not like scary games like that. And this game creeps me out. Hellblade creeps me out sometimes with that whole whispering, "You're gonna die," and it's gonna kill you. That just crazy.
Right?
No, why she's going back?
Right.
Why?
Go back. You can go back.
Why?
You can make it. Like it's
Nah.
like she be going through crazy emotions like in her head, like stuff it is so well done. So you literally hear all these different thoughts that she's thinking, and they conflict with each other all the time. And it's pretty well, like that whole part, the sound design alone is super, it's just good. It's just really good. So yeah, they won some awards. So congrats to that team. I do hope they get the charity as well. So yeah, anything else you guys want to say on Hellblade at all?
I'm like fairly like in the beginning, so there's nothing much I can say for what I said, but it made me change my mind what I thought about that game, and that's what I love about gaming, because it been in a couple of cases that I was like, no, I don't want to play this game. This game looked trash. Then I play a game, or I say, well, okay, I'll buy it. Oh, this game is amazing. Or, hey, lady, here's this game. I know you don't want to play it, but at least check it out. And then I check it out, and it's awesome. So that's what I like, when I get proved wrong on my opinions about games. And Hellblade is good. That actress who voiced actress that game, amazing.
Yeah, she won an award too. She won a couple of awards.
Oh, she got hella awards.
Yeah, she got the award from the Game Awards by Jeff Keighley, and then she also won one for the BAFTA Awards in the UK. And see, for me, to me it's a shame. It's a shame that the UK BAFTA have a great award show. Like it's legit. They be in there. So it looks like something out of the Oscars. Like they be in there with suits. Like they treat the industry like it's the movie industry with that award
Right.
show. Whereas the only award show we got here, it looks bootleg, production isn't up to snuff. Like I'm like, come on, America, step it up. You can do it. Like we need a.
They're popular right now at this particular moment in time.
Though, with gaming being $1 billion industry, you would think that more money and effort was put towards a decent award show. Like that's the thing. We got DICE, but isn't DICE also in the UK? I'm not sure. But anyway. That's my little mini rant in regards to that. I think they need to step it up, personally. But,
I agree.
Because
then I'd be like, oh, let me try to go to this award show and get all swanky and be like, oh, I'm just going,
I would love to go to a swanky, like a real video game award shows that you get dressed up in nice gowns and shit. Oh man, exactly. I would love to do that, man. Go get me a nice dress with some shoes and walk the red carpet and take pictures.
Yeah. And they do something. You can do something cool. Have a different color carpet, because some places do like an orange or a green for whatever they're doing, instead of red, just to kind of differentiate themselves from being the movie industry. But I agree. I think they need to step it up. I want a reason to wear a ball gown. Absolutely. So and the next topic I got listed here is Rainbow Six Siege passed 30 million players. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Should have been more. Should have been more. I love that game.
Wait, now 30 million is a lot. Now that's nothing to.
I know. Rainbow is like my combat Call of Duty fix. You feel me? When I don't want to run and gun and camp and use kill streaks and all that other stuff, Rainbow Six. I cannot implore you how much I love that game. It is strictly objective based. Teamwork is important. Communication is important. Oh, I'm happy that they got 30 million. And it's going to be more because they got a 10-year contract. They ain't going nowhere. I can't wait to see what they pop up with. Just not that what was that event that they had? That zombie type infection type event they had, like I think last month, which I personally did not enjoy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why? What was the problem? What didn't you like about it?
I didn't like that you only can use like only three of the only three of the operators.
Yeah.
I think they could have added more operators to join the cause. Some of the design layouts are iffy because one of the missions that we had to play was, I'm sorry, my voice is a little scratchy. That you had to go to patient zero house. Patient zero. I'm
Right.
I'm looking at the operators. They don't have any masks. They don't have any like special equipment to not breathe in the air. You're going to patient
Yes.
zero's house. That was an unrealistic scene right there for me. Because if you're going to somewhere that's infected and you're going to patient zero, that means you got to be suited and booted,
Ready to go.
ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
The diversity of the enemies were okay. The big dude, I don't know his name.
OPS.
OP. They give you a little sliver of a weak spot, and you have to. It had some Left 4 Dead elements in there, like you got to open the door, you got to defend the door, you got to defend the drill, while waves and waves of enemies come at you.
Wow.
They
wait, I just want to put this out. So this whole zombie thing, or however you described it, it's like a PvE, like you playing against AI enemies and things like that. It was only like a first player kind of thing, or was it still squad based and you all?
It was squad based with a little PvP in it because there was AI enemies, but you can play with randoms or you can play with your own personal friends. But also, you didn't know how far you were progressing as well. Because if you jump in a match, they'll put you in one, and they'll put you in one mission, and then they'll put you in another mission, but they won't tell you which one you completed and which one you need to complete.
Right. And I thought at least for the first go round, they would like make you do it in order, but no, like I played the same mission 3 times. I was like, what is going on?
Interesting.
Foxfire said they're going to take the feedback and fix it on the next one because that was their first event. Yeah, please fix it. Please fix it. But as far as the online multiplayer and rank matches, I've been playing for 3 seasons. I'm trying to move up from I was bronze, I was silver, and I'm now silver again. I want to get gold. I want to get platinum. I want to be better at this game, even though I'm not the best at this game. I love it. And if you don't have a squad, they got this part of the game called situations, where there's certain situations like you got to rescue the hostage, secure the bomb, all that good stuff with just AIs, and you can practice your skills on Rainbow Six. So I'm personally happy on this. I'm happy. Good shit.
Yeah. Cool. 30 million. All right. So another thing I want to mention real quick. This was one that I didn't have on the list, but kind of like an off topic kind of deal. Way Out sold over 1 million copies in 2 weeks. I know you guys. My husband and I, we streamed that game from beginning to end. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I actually want the developer to do something else in the same style. So I'm excited. I'm happy that they sold this many because they're a true indie. Even though EA helped to get them out, like they don't have any like other contracts with EA, so they're a true indie squad. And so I was happy to see that they sold 1 million copies in 2 weeks. I think it's phenomenal. I completely enjoyed the game, and so I just want to know: have you ladies tried it? Plan on trying it now that you see this this update here? I know I mentioned this like last week. Did you guys say you should probably try it out?
I was supposed to try it, but I guess the mechanic to let the person play who hadn't had the game wasn't working when it first came out, so I wasn't able to try it, and then just got involved with other games. So if somebody wants to invite me,
trust me, let me get my ducks in a row, because I told myself that Far Cry 5 was the last game I was going to buy because I have to save money for E3.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get that game, and I want to play with El Boogie because I did see the gameplay. I'm gonna tell you, if I can't get the game when I can get it, I'll definitely support a content creator that has the game and watch it. Um, it's a good game. That ending, like the last maybe hour of the game, is gonna be. It's like twists and plot twists and stuff. I was like, oh my
You don't
god.
spoil the game for yourself. I mean,
Well,
Right.
I can't spoil it for myself, not with that plot twist at the end.
well, you
But
already know what happens. That joint's crazy. It's such a good game.
I want to experience
Oh my
that with a
God.
friend, you know.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. Like I said, let me get my ducks in a row. Let me get my little ducks in a row because
I think you like if El Boogie was to buy the game, I think she can invite you to play it for free.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's how it works.
yeah. But only El Boogie will get the achievements, not me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, for real? Oh, so
Mhm.
both people have to own the game to get the achievements. See, that's how they
Yeah.
got you. That's how they got you.
Yeah,
Trying to act all high and mighty. We're not gonna make you buy another game.
Oh, you want achievements, you got to buy.
Yeah, right.
$30 for
When
achievements.
when my husband and I were playing, we both we game share. So like I bought the game and like I would get achievements and he didn't get any. And then like it one
Mhm.
like a day after he turned the game on and his achievements started coming in. So it was weird. I don't know. I don't know how they
So
have
he
that.
got achievements
He
even
ended up
though he
getting,
didn't own the game.
well, no, because we game share though. You know how that works, right? Like
So he
Yeah,
owns
yeah.
the games. So he owned the game.
right,
When
like
he
I
gave share.
purchased the game, so I got the achievements right away. He got the achievements later, which was weird, super weird. But
Well,
he still
maybe that's just the problem with everybody is that you just get the achievements later.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was very weird. But he did get some. So but yeah. So also I know you guys heard about the moving right along, the God of War reviews for the because the game was the review embargo got lifted. And a lot of the media websites start mentioning the God of War um reviews. It got like I would say average between like if you're on a 10-point scale between 9 and 10. So is this a game that you guys are looking forward to? Is it something you're gonna pick up, or are you like pass? I've seen all the God of Wars, or is it another Sony template? A lot of people use that term as far as like the style being the behind the shoulder kind of camera, ultra realistic graphics kind of deal. Um, so is it something that you guys gonna pick up? I know for
Sure.
me,
I mean, like I still gotta
I'm
get
getting
a
this joint day one. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I have to. I feel like I mean I went back and forth on it a little bit last night on GRG, but I still feel like I want to try the game out for myself. Now I don't know if I'm gonna pay 60 for it. That's a whole different thing because I'm for single player games. I like it's hard justifying that cost for me. You know what I mean? It's like I mean if I can red box it, I will. That kind of deal. But I definitely want to check it out. So go ahead. Anybody can say whatever you want.
Now I'm not knocking the reviews, the initial numbers reviews. That's the 85s to the 95s. You had like a handful of people who had the game, and they are entitled to their own review, which I have no problem with that. My issue is you have like 2 million people, or let's not 2 million is too much. I'll say a whole gang of PlayStation supporters backing these reviews like they personally played it, they personally touched it, they
Right.
personally put a review on it. And that is what I don't like, because what happens if you purchase the game and it's not up to these 84s, 85s and 95s, but you were saying, hey, this is the best game ever. And
Game of the year, and it's too
game
early. It's too early to say
game of the year, come
Yeah,
on
they
now.
are calling it game of the year. I'm just like I gotta play it before
Right.
You have to play that game.
I agree. I mean, in regards to like the whole reviews things, because reviews is always very to me is very subjective. Like, because it has for me a game has to capture me within 30 minutes, otherwise I lose interest. Right. So if the game start off slow, I'm like, I don't know about this game, yada yada. And so I'm gonna treat this game the same exact way. Now I read like conflicting reports on some things. Like, of course, I read the only low review it had, which was it got like an 8.5, which is a really good score. Which I don't understand why people were bashing the reviewer on that, but It got an 8.5, and the guy was like, "Oh, you know, the only thing bad about it was like the gameplay. Everything else was good." I'm like, "Gameplay is king for me. Gameplay
Right.
is king. So if the gameplay is bad, then why would I even have a strong affinity or interest in this game if the gameplay is legit bad? Now, I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it's legit bad. I think because, like I said, people opinions on games are subjective. So maybe this person just didn't adapt to the gameplay style or the mechanics, that kind of thing. You never know. These type of things you just never truly know how someone approached the game and let alone played it. That's why I'm a firm believer in trying games for yourself, because I mean, you can read a review all you want to. It's never gonna be like as if you played the game yourself. Um, but yeah, it definitely worried me a little bit because I heard like on Twitter, people were saying, "Oh, it's 45 hours long," so on and so forth. But then I read the review and the guy said 15 hours long. I'm like, okay, well, which is it? Like, did he just run through the game and that's why he felt like the experience wasn't up to par for him? But I would just hate for this game to release and disappoint a lot of people, like actual
Right.
gamers. You know what I mean? Because everybody's all right, believing in the review hype, believing in, oh, this is gonna be, the biggest thing since XYZ. Because I kid you not, Uncharted 4 was fantastic game, but it was, to me, it was not a 10. It was not a 10 out of 10 game by
Really?
no stretch of the imagination. No,
Really? Well, how? Well, what you think it was?
I would honestly give it like an 8, probably an 8 too.
But 8 is not bad either.
No, it's not. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people were bashing this 8.5 score at the gate. Sony contacted the dude. People was claiming that the guy had breached embargo and that, he was spoiling the game. People were just going crazy over a 8.5. I'm like, what has the industry turned to? Like, as far as fans, like, what are they doing?
Maybe
Like,
people expecting too much.
yeah, I don't know. But that was the very first review. Very first review. So it was very kind of weird. Like, this one person reviewed this game like this, and then everybody else come out after him and really and put out nines. So you see where I'm going with this? It's like maybe that
Right.
influenced them to be like, okay, we're gonna put it here because we don't want this backlash. You know what I mean? So
And if you think about it, they're paying some of these people to make these reviews because think about it,
I refuse to believe that.
they put so much money into these games that if it comes out bad and people review it bad, they just lost all that money. So yes, they influence places like IGN and things like that. We know that those places are being influenced.
You don't think they couldn't check? You don't think they couldn't checks?
See, I don't want to believe that. I mean, they probably
you
are.
Want to believe that.
You don't want to believe it.
No, I definitely don't want to believe that. I want to believe that there's some ethically that everything's okay in the gaming industry. That's what I want to believe. That's what I want.
Okay, all right.
I don't doubt that there's probably some shadiness stuff going on.
Right.
But I do. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope not. Put it that way. Let's just say I hope not. How about that?
Well, let's all hope.
Right.
I just hope when the game comes out, the real fans of God of War will be satisfied with the new product that's coming out. Yeah. And I hope that I don't see too much of the bashing of the bash because it's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's childish.
Yeah.
It's really childish.
A bunch of man babies over here.
Yeah, like I don't understand that. Like, okay, God of War is coming out, great. So that means you're gonna automatically, by default, start attacking Xbox brand for what? What does that do? What does that change? That doesn't change or prove anything. Great, you got a great game. I'm gonna play it too. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So
they didn't say nothing about the Nintendo fam. I didn't see no bashing towards Nintendo fam about the new God of War.
Right. That's what I don't understand. It's like it's one-sided. It's so one-sided.
I mean, but if you look at their comments, most of the time the people are just like, when you get them against the wall, well, I just like it. Like, okay, so you just didn't have a valid argument.
Play it. And like, I'm curious to see. I mean, I hope it does well. I want it to do well. I'm always for positivity in the gaming industry, man. Like, that's what I like to see. I like healthy competition. So if this is gonna push Xbox to do better, then by all means,
go ahead and do it.
That's right. By all means. But that don't mean you need to jump into my Twitter feeds and try to, throw shade or because I don't care. I couldn't care less. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That part I don't. The whole extra fanboyism behind it is definitely. I think it's negative to completely. So I don't know. Anybody else have anything to say about God of War? Are
Yeah,
you
these
ladies picking up?
stockholders need to calm down.
Yes. Stockholders.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You
These
don't think they
mofos
should?
act like they own stock within the industry. Like
Yeah.
you are probably at Walmart right now, bagging groceries. Cut it out.
Yeah. I don't, yeah. I think if you're gonna be having that much you going for them that hard, like you putting your life,
Yeah.
your
Come on,
ethics
right.
on the line and your dignity on the line for a gaming company, you need to be on the stock, boss. They need to be paying you dividends every quarter. Like for real. You
But
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
they're not
Like that's
passing
what
me
I'm telling
checks.
you. I told you.
Mhm.
Like, are you getting dividends? Are they
Are you,
paying dividends
are
to you? If not, no.
Right.
You need to chill out. Sit
I
down.
don't,
Take a
I
seat.
don't even know
Many of them.
if Sony pay out dividends anyway. Do they pay out dividends? I don't even
You'd
know.
have to look it up.
I'm gonna look it up, but I know I get a dividend every quarter from Microsoft because I am a legit stockholder. Okay,
Uh
so I
oh.
get those dividends. Please believe.
Hmm.
Um. So
And in
yeah.
case you don't know, if you are getting a dividend,
yeah, let
it's
them
because
know.
you own stock in a company and basically you put in an investment to the company, and every year pay you out a small percentage to
That's
say
right. Based on
thank you
yeah, based on the
for
amount of
investing in
shares
us.
that you own, they'll pay you a few. Usually it's a percentage or some cents or
Right.
something per dollar on what you invest into or per stock on what you invest into that company. And
Girl, you gonna make me want to buy one
I've been
stock.
I've been
One stock.
let's see, I've had Microsoft shares now since 2007. So I got it at a really good stock price, and so
Yep.
now it's like 3 times the amount I paid. Happy with the stock. I think it's still doing great. I'm been on hold. If you listen stock term for holding, I've been on hold for years now, and so I'm loving seeing it kind of go up and go up and go up ever since Satya Nadella became CEO. It's been fantastic stock to
Yeah.
own and hold. So yes, I'm definitely enjoying the dividend. All right. Moving right along. All right, ladies. So usually around this time in the podcast, we open up the mic and we get questions from anybody who's still watching us on YouTube, listening to the podcast. So we do realize that we got a few people in the chat. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to kind of post those questions now, and we will take them and try to answer them for you all.
Well,
So
there
go ahead.
was a question from Red Infamy stating that if are we gonna go on Mixer and do our live streams?
Ooh.
We definitely can. We had talked about it, doing a restream, using restream to put them on Mixer.
Yeah.
But we are going to have our own individual channel soon, so I guess we can make our own,
Once we go to that channel, we make that
Yeah.
transition. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's something we can kind of debate and talk about. I'm all for it. I think it'd be cool to have that kind of interaction, because they could, people can watch the gameplay and listen to what we have to say in regards to the gaming topics. I think it'd be cool.
What would it
Yeah.
be? But would you have to use like OBS, or would we have to do it like we did on Twitch that day when I couldn't stream on YouTube? We have to like go to the tower at Destiny 2 and do
right. Ooh, I don't know. We have to figure out the logistics. I would hate to have to rely on OBS for this though.
Yeah, we would. We would.
Because OBS can be unstable sometimes. It's great when it works, but sometimes
that's the problem with open source software.
Yeah, it's just man. Shoot, XSplit is a paid software, and it still has problems. But
damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into that. I'll look into the possibility. Right now, YouTube isn't working out for us because it's kind of easy for us to jump in here in the Hangouts and to say what we have to say and bounce. I mean, seriously, it's just in and out, and it's very easy to do. And so Mixer would add an extra layer to what we would have to set up in order to get that working properly. But I definitely love the idea. So thank you for the question, Red Infamy. Anybody else had any questions? Is that it? Is that the only question we got?
Yeah, that's the only question we got today.
Hey, who's ever still watching, post a question. We still got room for questions. Let's see if we get something.
I have a question.
No, go ahead.
Okay, this is my thing with people. People with why people want to be so toxic. Is it just I'm why is like toxic as in toxic towards the gaming community, towards each other. And I know I did a little rant yesterday, but you logically I'm like, for real, what my message is why what these people would gain about being so negative towards the competition or the console that they don't have or the console that they don't mess with. What are you guys personally gaining from this? From the negative tweets, the negative comments, the negative videos?
Right. I mean, I guess that's a question for them. I mean, for me, it's like I try to get. For me, I try to block those people who ever try to at me on some sort of fanboy back and forth. Because I don't like it in my feed personally, and I think it is not needed in the industry. Because I mean, what I like is what I like. If I like, watching unicorns jump over, manholes all day, and I want to play that game and stream it, that's my business. That's what I like to want to play. And if you don't like it, and you say the game's trash, then so be it. Fine, but don't come at me because I like a certain thing. Like that's the thing. They all up in the wallet. All I want to know what you buying. You know what you planning on, and if you plan on Xbox is trash or it got no games. I don't heard it all. I've heard it all because I pay attention, and people send stuff to me all the time regarding these things, and I think it's unfortunate. Now of course, when there's smoke there's fire. There's some truth to some of the things they say. I do think Microsoft need to step it up as far as triple A's is concerned. I mean, I'm even thinking about trolling them, and if I go to E3, I'm gonna have a got triple A shirt on with a question mark. You know what I mean? Because like I said, that would be my personal troll short shirt. To if I go to E3, I would definitely be wearing that in the stands, like got triple A, because like it's been a couple years now that they haven't really shown anything on the triple A front. In regards to like Microsoft, anything new, so to speak. Um, and so there's some truth to it, but at the same time, the bashing gets out of hand. I mean, I've seen people pasting like faces onto weird looking stuff and making songs and videos and all kind of. I've seen some crazy weird stuff on Twitter behind this whole video game fanboy war type stuff, and it gets out of hand. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I think we got a question from Lady Foxfires. She said, "Does it matter if you to you if a game looks artsy or realistic?" Um, that's a good question. It depends on the game, to be honest with you. Um, if, like, for example, Bioshock, it's more artsy of there, and I mean, it's important. It has to look like what the game portrays. If your game's supposed to look artsy, that's what I expect to see. If your game's supposed to be realistic, that's what I expect. I mean, with art, it's a broad spectrum. And beauty is on the eye of the beholder. What I might say is realistic, you might think is artsy, and vice versa. But you got to at least know how to draw, at least.
Yeah. So okay, me personally, whether she said doesn't matter if your game is artsy or realistic, it doesn't matter to me. Gameplay is king. Like I feel like I actually bought that domain too, by the way. It's coming soon. Gameplay is king. But whatever. So for for me, artsy versus realistic, if the gameplay is on point, the graphics doesn't matter. Minecraft is a
Right.
is an example of this. Minecraft has the worst graphics I've ever seen in a modern day game. Period. And people have that game has sold in droves. In droves. So graphics doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. If it's good, it's good, and I'm buying it. Plain and simple. Now you do have some days you have your moods. Like sometimes I'm in the mood for something a little bit more realistic. So I'll jump on Gears, or I'll jump into like something like Halo, or or if I want something artsy, then I'm on Recore. So you have your moods, things that you like at certain times and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. Daka Vaka said, I would like to ask about your views on all these people with all these quote unquote SJWs ruining.
Social justice warriors, I think it is ruining gaming. Yeah,
What's that?
social justice warriors.
Yeah.
How do I describe this? I think they're like they go gung ho for like I guess activist groups like feminism and um things like that. Like you need to have like for instance for Tomb Raider if they say that Laura Croft needs to be a male because that's not socially right that males don't have a representation in that game,
which is incorrect. But
right,
go ahead.
right. Well, I mean, we all know this, right? So I mean, that's what it is. They said they're ruining gaming. All these ruining games. I had to unsubscribe too many channels because of it. I would, Dr. Vodka, could you give us another example? Because I definitely, or yeah, give us a better example on this because I don't have any personally.
Like, are they trying to be like too politically incorrect?
Yeah,
And weak in
politically
their
correct,
game?
right? Exactly. They're trying to be politically correct.
Well, if you have someone who's an activist who loves a video game, they're entitled to express their opinions, especially on what they are being active with. People may not like it, and that's fine. But they have that right to express that. Personally, with me, I'm active. I am down for some causes, but I don't want it to. I don't want it. I don't want to be as broad as I want to. I want to be able to adjust to everyone, and everyone may not like my views on certain things. So that's just personally me. Doesn't knock anybody else from doing it, but I have my right not to disclose information like that, just as well as they have the right to do so. If they feel that way, they should have a right to express it. And as a viewer, you have the right not to watch it.
Right.
That's including myself, because there's some things that I do on my channel that's not politically correct.
Right.
And I know that by being that, I may not get as much subscribers or as many views as other content creators, but at least I know I'm genuine with my shit, and I know that my viewers know that, hey, this is Lady. She may not be perfect, and she may be rough around the edges, but we still like her content. Let's go see her, and that's enough for me.
Right.
And at first I used to have to hide things that I like to do or things I like to say because how people felt. And now I'm like, okay, I'm doing more face cam streams. I'm being more aware of what I'm doing. And I'm going to let my viewers know, hey, it's a wake and bake session after I eat breakfast and about to play Mad Max. If you down to watch, that's cool. If not, that's fine. That's their prerogative and that's my own.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and Miso Newbie was pretty much getting on me about my Tomb Raider being male analogy. I was just using it as an example. I couldn't think of anything else, but that came to mind. I'm sorry. I do know there's Uncharted, and I do know that Nathan Drake exists, so I'm not trying to be funny when it comes to that. I was just using it as an example, mind you. But as far as somebody, he also posted that he or she, because I don't know if it's a male or female, but pretty much saying that toxic YouTubers are destroying gaming, saying cartoon games aren't good enough. And I think what happens, and if you think about the gaming demographic right now, it's the age group is like 23 to like 57. It's a primary age group. So all these people are mature.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, looking at kiddie games is like not what they're into, unless they got kids or something like that. And I completely understand that. So they just pretty much want more mature looking games because that's the demographic they want to appeal to them. And I think big publishers should be paying attention to this because of the fact that if you look at the biggest selling game this generation by far has been Grand Theft Auto, by far. So that should let you know right there that this mature audience is, that's what Sony has been appealing to all generation. That's
Right.
what Microsoft should be appealing to, and I think that's the only fault that they have have had this generation is the fact that they don't put out as many kind of mature focused games. And I think that's really the only thing. People try to look at everything else, but really it's, figuring out the gameplay and putting out something towards the proper demographic, which is the 23 plus age group. So
Right. I agree.
What about you, Elba? How you feel about that?
I agree. I mean, like, I don't know. I do get turned off sometimes when it's kitty looking, like, because I liked Super Lucky's Tale. The gameplay is like super fun, but then I never really played it. I got it for my kid, but I never really played it, and that's probably because I'm drawn more to more realistic type games. I know that like Sea of Thieves is, I guess, cartoonish, you could say, but the sea looks real. The combat that you're in is like not cartoonish. So I don't know. It depends.
Has a unique art style though.
Yeah. I think it just depends. Like, it depends on the game, how it's portrayed to the consumer. That has a lot to do with how your taste is going to be, because just like with food, you look what you see, you eat with your eyes first. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I wouldn't. I don't know how I would do being someone who has to decide what game people are going to like.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard.
I feel you. I think we got two more questions.
Okay.
One is from Daka Baka, aka the winner from GRG yesterday.
That's right. Congratulations, by the way.
He did not. He chose. I think he chose State of Decay instead of God of War.
Savage.
So his question was, why did they feel they need to force women of color into Halo 5?
Women and color.
Oh, women and color.
Ooh.
That's a tough question.
It is.
Because people have been asking for it.
Well, they've already talked in the books and everything. They always talked about women Spartans. So, and the color, they never talk about like the shade of the women in that. So they can do whatever they want. People are universal. So I don't think it's forced at all. I don't know. I guess I would like a little more clarification on that one, because it did for me. Tanaka, they showed her years ago, her look and stuff like that. Like, they described her a long time ago. So putting her into Halo 5 was kind of like a no brainer. But she always looked the way she looked, so I don't think it was forced at all.
I agree with Delilah.
I'm not familiar with the character, so
Tanaka, on Halo 5, how they had Tanaka, she's like kind of mixed, and she looks like she's like black, and she's
Latino.
She kind of look mixed, but she's one of the main characters in Halo 5, a part of Team Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never even paid attention to her skin color. So
they put the helmet on her, and you can't even. I mean, from that
right.
At that point, and women has always been in Halo anyway. You had like Keys, like his daughter, like she. I mean, women is all. I don't know. Your question is a little bit iffy, bro. But anyway, we'll keep it pushing. So, any other questions? Go ahead.
I think I'm looking. There it is. Me so newbie. Last question of the day. I have a question. What is your opinion on people calling games of the year when it's only April and there's plenty more games to come out? Ridiculous. I learned the hard way. I think I did a GRG show like maybe a month ago, stating that this game was going to be game of the year, and everybody was like, "You are crazy, girl. It's only February, March." So we can't talk about no games of the year till after E3. And Red Dead is one of the most anticipated games that's about to come out. So
right, like how you already calling God of War game of the year when y'all bitch asses is about to call my Red Dead and fucking Spider-Man. So what are you gonna do when Spider-Man comes out? Game of the year,
Spider-Man.
Right. Like,
another game of the year. no.
Game of the universe. Like, what are you doing?
Like,
I have a question. Quick question. If you had money, right, to only either buy the new Spider-Man or the new God of War, what you gonna get?
For me personally,
yeah,
it'd be Spider-Man.
Yeah, because I probably am more. I'm more familiar with Spider-Man. I never played any of the God of War
games.
Games. I never played that franchise. I've played Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, even though this Spider-Man looks like every other Spider-Man. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, it does.
That was last episode. We ain't gonna even go into that. But
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go
like
with
every other Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go with God of War because I have not played a God of War game, and Spider-Man is like Spider-Man. He's like not even one of my favorite superheroes. So sorry, Peter Parker.
Right. So let me go back to the question because I zoned out a little bit.
Somebody clicking on them keys.
Game of the year. Okay, so look, this is my take on it. The only game that was legit game of the year that came out early in the year was The Witcher 3. That to me, that was the only game that ever did that. Yeah.
Oh,
to me, that was game of the year. Witcher 3.
But it had so much in it, you know. Like I didn't even play that game, but like any game that they're talking about 100+ hours, like how long is God of War about to even take?
15 to 40. Apparently.
See, come on, that's like a weekend.
Yeah, and I think average people are gonna beat it in 15. I really think that 40 is a stretch, and plus they got a lot of collectibles. I think that's 40 is for like everything, a lot of collectibles, finding everything, doing all the crafting and stuff like that. So because it does have RPG elements tacked onto it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if God of War is gonna be game of the year, but if it is, good. You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? Like, I never understood this whole obsession with, oh, but is it game of the year? You know, a lot of games that I think should be game of the year never made game of the year. You know what I mean? Like to me, Halo 5 when it dropped, it should have been game of the year because I absolutely the gameplay for that game. Like I said, for me, gameplay is king. The gameplay for Halo 5 was legit. The stories was trash, but the gameplay was legit. Like the multiplayer, everything was fluid. I mean, it was so well done. The speed, the 60 frames. I mean, it's a dream. I absolutely love the gameplay in Halo 5. Right? So that was my game of the year. But people have different opinions on everything. It's always going to be like that. Nobody's ever right on these things, and I don't know why people put so much stock in like their favorite YouTuber on whether they're right about game of the year. If
oh my god, right? You're like, these is regular ass people, right?
Right. Everybody has an opinion, and that's fine, and that's okay. Right. You don't have to listen to them. I love Recore. I make it known that I love Recore. That's one of my favorite games. I've put over 72 hours or so into Recore. People think that's insane, right? Because supposedly Recore is trash or supposedly Recore sucks. But I absolutely
I didn't think it sucked. It just didn't keep me interested. But I mean, like for everybody, it's different.
I absolutely love Metroidvania. So that's where that comes
from. See,
you know? I love Metroidvania. That Metroid, Super Metroid on SNES is my favorite game of all time. Right. So and that's why I love Ori and the Blind Forest, Metroidvania. Like I absolutely love that genre. So Recore is one of the only 3D Metroidvania games ever. Right. It's only a handful of them. You know what I mean? So I absolutely love the game. And I'm okay that people hate it. I'm okay that people don't like it because I know what I like, and I don't need that.
And I think that frustrates them more when you're like content and you're just like, okay, that's your opinion. I mean, I spend my money on what I like. It's just like fuels their like,
oh, but it's trash, you know.
Yes,
it's like, well, what may be trash for you is treasure to me. You know, you never know what people like. People
one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
Facts. All right, I guess that was our last question. Thank you. We really appreciate the questions.
Yes, thank you for everyone coming.
Thank you. Oh, and just a comment on this because I just saw the comment in the chat. He said the fact that we didn't comment on Detroit Human is a crime. Well, come on, man. I mean, we're not talking about that game right now. We
accused Jesse Williams of cheating on his wife. When did we do that?
When did we do that?
Yeah,
well, y'all didn't. I had to correct some homegirls. Okay, so basically, you got some salt for other people.
Don't be grouping us in there. Don't be grouping us.
I could care less about Jesse Williams.
Exactly. This is exactly what we was talking
Yeah,
about
like you
today
just
and
put
yesterday.
your salt from some other conversation into us. Like that has nothing to do with us.
Yes.
Like we didn't talk about that game because it hasn't been in the news this week.
Right.
When that game has more information coming out, we will most certainly talk about it. I love the intro that they had at E3 last year. The game looks amazing. I can't wait.
Right,
I hope it's a great game.
It's gonna be hopefully we will see.
Right, because any great game means more shit for me to play. And I'm
Right.
always happy about that.
No shit here at all. We just Detroit human inhuman. You got even it's Detroit become human. I think right. Is it Detroit become human? It's not inhuman, but So yeah, I mean, when like Boogie said, once it has news, we have it here. That's how our show is structured. We take news. It's a weekly show, so we take news from the week, and that game did not meet in the news in the week. No shade.
No shade at all. I look up the topics. There was no shit about Detroit Human this week. So what I'm supposed to do?
Right.
Make some shit up.
And I think all of us have PlayStations. I recently got rid of my PlayStation because they had an awesome deal when the X came out. But I plan on buying a Pro because, I mean, but apparently on God of War, there's no reason to even have a Pro.
You got the 4K,
because they look exactly the same, But
right,
yeah. So I plan on buying a Pro. I'm hoping for a sale to come up here soon. Doesn't seem like they're gonna have one, but yeah, that's the game plan for me.
Mm-hmm.
It trips me out here when Boredom said and said y'all accused Jesse Williams. That whole y'all thing and grouping us with that's come on, man, be real. I didn't say nothing about it.
Right, because then we could just say y'all, all men are cheaters,
or something like that. Yeah.
Don't nobody say that. We know that doesn't happen, and not every black woman is upset about him cheating. Like I don't care.
Yeah,
I got my own.
Right, I got my own shit to deal with.
Right. You got the whole L on this one, boss. Anyway, we gotta go. We gotta wrap the show up. Let's go ahead and do outros. I'll go first since I'm the host today. And so yeah, you guys know you can follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. You can also catch me on Fridays on GRG Podcast when they allow me to speak, because right now it's like 8 to 10 people in there. Which I don't. That's a whole nother conversation. But thank you for rocking out with us on the Grown Women Gaming Podcast. I'm here every Saturday 12 noon, and it was a great show. So go ahead, ladies.
El Boogie, go. El Boogie?
I think she muted, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I muted for a second because of the dogs. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, I got it. All right. Yeah. Hold on. It's El Boogie 0208. Y'all can see me all week on Mixer at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, streaming all of your favorite games. And if you want to join and there's a free spot, you're most certainly welcome to do so. Also on Twitter, El Boogie 0208. Hit me up.
She's a dog.
See? Y'all make sure y'all hit El Boogie 0208. I believe she's doing a giveaway, a copy of Far Cry 5 when she hit 300 on them things on Mixer. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. Thank you for everybody that stopped by. And I will, you know me, I'll be on Twitter, Lady_Infamous30, aka Cappuccino Queen. I will be streaming some Mad Max today on the PlayStation, and later on tonight, I might do a drinking game on Overwatch on Mixer.
I'm about to come watch that.
Facecam Mixer drunk Overwatch stream tonight. Your girl's going to E3. I'm going to slap this link up. If you guys want to help your girl out, shoot me those pennies. We are 50% on our goal. We are in the final stretch. We are 60 days till, and every little bit counts. And if you cannot donate, please make sure you share, you spread the love, and you spread the joy. And next week, I will be hosting, and we will have a guest, Miss Rima the Beast from Lady Horseman Nation, Twitch partner, and we will have her next week on the 21st. And we will just be doing the same thing that we've been always doing this week. And much love to everybody that stopped by and watching us every week. Since we've been doing it every week, we've been getting better and better at it. And without y'all, there ain't no us. Remember that. So I really appreciate you guys. And you have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Peace and love.
Bye.